Welcome to And Then There Were Three. I'm Anna.
I'm Kaley.
And I'm Katie.
Guys, Pat is gone again, but don't worry. Producer Cam is here to save the day. Hi, Cam.
Hello.
And we were talking before this episode about maybe changing up the intro a little bit. So Cam does a lot of our voiceovers here at Hurrdat Media. Dude has a crazy voice. So Cam, I want you to give our audience the best And Then There Were Three intro.
Okay. Like super suspenseful, like
super suspenseful, like we're in an IMAX theater, surround
blockbuster
sound.
movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Welcome to And Then There Were Three.
Wow.
Whoa.
I'm blown away.
Pretty
Wait,
good.
that was really good.
That was amazing.
I feel like you could also do the thing where it's like
You should get hired for
Three-
Disney.
three young girls go on a long journey.
Yeah.
I'm the narrator.
Yeah.
Can you say like three young girls go to Scottsdale, Arizona and meet the Freckles man or something?
Sure, yeah. Once upon a time, there were three young girls, and they went to Scottsdale, Arizona. And along the way, they met the man with the freckles.
I need you to narrate our whole lives. I want you to come on our trips and just stand in the back and just narrate what's going on into a microphone.
Like if we had a show, he would definitely be the narrator.
Yeah,
of
like
that.
you're like the Morgan Freeman of this
That's what I
show.
was gonna, yeah, like Morgan Freeman, look out. I'm coming for you.
Yes.
Literally is.
If we get a reality TV show, you are going to be our narrator.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so good. I would
Cam
love
would love
that.
it.
Well, Cam, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you stepping in the absence of our father, Pat.
You're welcome.
Pat is dead again.
Pat is dead again. He's actually in Vegas.
Wait, what?
He's in Vegas with the Creighton men's basketball team.
He
Doing
went
some
to
production
supervise our
stuff.
Creighton boyfriends.
Yeah, he went to go supervise.
Do you think he's crossed paths with my mom?
Probably. I
Your mom's
mean,
in
when in
Vegas?
Vegas, hang out with whoever you can. And I don't know, maybe Shelly and Pat are hitting the Nino. He sent me a video. Pat sent me a
The
video
Nino.
with these people like rubbing the screens of the slot machines because
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like a cashnado. That is disgusting. Like, wash your hands after that.
Dude, I'll be on the slot machine. I love the slot machines. And there's these old ladies next to it, and they're like grabbing the screen and touching it and manifesting
What
it
the
and just like
hell?
going like that.
Well, we can't say too much though.
Yeah, we can't speak on that.
Because we would bring.
No,
So whenever we go to the casino,
we have a casino like checklist of things that we need to
superstitions
have.
for
Yeah.
sure of things that we have to bring.
I don't even know how they started.
In
Like, I
order for
can't
this to be a
remember.
successful night at the casino, we have to
Yeah.
have one specific thing, and that thing is a Kate Spade bag that I won at post prom in
And
2018.
it's lucky.
And it's a lucky purse. We named her Kate, and we super creative.
I haven't
We-
seen Kate in a while.
No,
it
and
has,
and
it has
as
like
we're
a long
way-
strap too.
as we're on our way to like the casino,
the
we're like,
pink
"Do you have-
interior.
is Kate coming?" And then someone like a third party like with us will be like, "Who's Kate?"
I know we'll like text in group chats, be like, "Does someone have Kate?" And everyone's like, "Wait, who's
Who has
Kate?
Kate?
Who has Kate?"
Who is
So what
Kate?
we do
It's a purse.
is whoever's on the slot machine or the roulette table will hold the bag up and like all put our hands on it and like rub it like a magic lamp.
Yes. No, one time.
But it's been successful.
One time we were at the roulette table and I put down like $100 or something, and all of us were touching Kate
Mhm.
and we're like, let's go. Like everyone else is like so normal and calm in the
Yeah.
casino, and there's just like four girls grabbing and holding this Kate Spade.
A black Kate
Like-
Spade long strap bag, and then you flip it inside out and it's pink. It's hot
Yeah.
pink. So it's like it's a statement.
But
bag.
it hit, and
That's all that
then we
matters.
started screaming and holding the purse up.
It hit.
I haven't been to the casino in a very long time.
I just went actually.
Oh yeah, did you win anything?
I did. I won some stuff on roulette, but like the electronic roulette. Because every time I went to the real table, I lost every time. I will only put money on black no matter what, because I feel like the moment you switch to red, you know, you just effed up. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, oh, I should have just stuck with my gut. So I always stayed a black, and I won like $50 on like $3 on electronic roulette, which is like kind of unheard of, but
Wow.
yeah, pretty impressive.
I only do the slots.
And you stink.
Same.
I suck.
Actually, you just click buttons and lose money.
I
Yep.
love the slots so much.
We can't go back.
I'm having
Unless
a
we bring
casino
Kate.
craving now.
I know, I can see it in your eyes. Katie gets
No.
fixated on so many things. She's had fixations on boy bands like
Like
Queen.
Queen. I love Queen. I love Freddie
Elvis.
Mercury.
She had an
I love
Elvis
I
episode.
love Pam and Tommy.
hmm
And yeah.
Wait, Tommy Lee when he went to Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Why did that happen? I feel like
He
that's part
joined
of.
the Lincoln band.
He joined the Tommy Lee, the drummer from Motley Crue, right?
Motley Crue, yeah.
Motley Crue. Cruel. They're so cruel.
We're
He actually went to Lincoln, Nebraska. Like
There's a TV
there's
show.
a TV show about like, it was like Tommy Lee Goes to School or something.
Yes, and they decided to go to University of Nebraska Lincoln.
It's
and
just so funny that it's literally Lincoln.
Yeah, and it shows him like in Love Library and everything, and getting a tutor in like certain classrooms that
And he
I've
like
been
didn't
in.
make the marching band.
He didn't make the marching band because he
How
has
long
an
was he in
anger issue.
Nebraska for?
I don't know, but he
I
has like,
I'm curious if he like actually slept in the dorms.
he slept in a Nyhart.
There's no way.
I wonder.
He was
I
like
need
on
to
Greek
know,
Row.
though.
And I want to hear a story of someone hooking up with him because that had to have happened.
No way.
That had to have happened. 100%. Someone needs to come
Probably.
forward and say that they've slept with Tommy Lee at the University of Nebraska Lincoln. What
In
year was this?
In Nyhart.
What year was it, Katie? Do you remember?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Definitely like early 2000s.
Yeah, early 2000s for sure.
It wasn't us. We did not kiss Tommy Lee. That'd
Katie
be kind of
wishes.
sick though.
No, he's weird now, but back in the old days, or
He was the ish.
yeah,
The ish.
I came up with a realization.
What's that?
Sorry to change the subject.
change it.
Change it, girl. Go.
Guys,
Change the world.
stop.
What's your
Me, actually, first of all, me, Katie, and Anna, and against me got in a fight last week.
We did get into a fight.
That resulted in me getting actually very pissed off because they were trying to gaslight me into thinking I was upset.
Well,
And now
I'm not
they're
even
now they're gonna try to
so it's
I'm not
funny
even gonna
because
comment on
we
this.
don't even like we didn't want to bring this up and you're bringing it up. So it's funny.
well, because I started laughing because you guys were like, go for it, because you're trying to be nice
Because
to me.
Kaylee doesn't comment on certain topics because she doesn't have anything to say, but then she didn't bring any topics the other day. So we're like, dude, just bring some topics. And then Katie and I were like, why are you upset? And she's like, she's not upset. And then we're like, wait, no, you're upset. But mostly me and Katie were like kind of fucking with her.
Yeah,
But it got to
But
the
when
point.
people are like trying to gaslight you how you feel, it's so annoying when you
I
have no one
know.
to back you up.
Yeah, that.
And then
that
I
is
was like,
annoying.
fine, if you now I'm fucking upset. Okay, but anyways.
Now she's upset.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Don't say
She's
that. I'm
upset
not
again.
fucking upset.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
okay,
No
I'm
more-
too scared to comment on this
Yeah,
situation.
Katie's just be quiet. It's the U word. We're not allowed to say it.
No,
Or the
you
G
words.
word, uptight, upset,
Disrespectful.
disrespectful,
And mommy.
Dud.
and mommy.
Oh wait.
Well, we
Never
wanted to
mind.
bring up wait, what was your realization ever?
You just
What?
okay. Whatever. Never mind. You'll listen back to it and laugh. But
What was it?
Surprise.
It's a surprise?
yeah, just listen back to it. Anyway, so Katie and I,
Anna's getting pissed.
I'm confused now.
Katie and I
it's
recently
literally
moved
nothing.
back home to our parents' house. And
Yeah.
for those of you who don't know, I have a little brother. And we don't communicate outside of when we see each other in our home.
No
that
one
we
knows
live
you
in
have a little
together.
brother.
Like literally nobody knows. But I love him.
Poor Colin.
Anyway, so we don't communicate outside of our house, literally. And so I had never had his opinion on our podcast before, even though I texted in our family group chat. I'm like, everyone listen. He obviously didn't reply. And so the other night it was just me and him. And I was like, so Colin, like, what do you think of our podcast?
Oh
I'm
god.
scared.
Have you listened to it? And he was like, to be honest, I listened to the first 2 minutes and cringed so hard that I had to turn it off. And he was like, but it seems like it's pretty popular, so good for you. I'm like, okay, thank you.
Well,
But
considering
then-
we have a fandom in Spain.
But then I came to
And
the
Costa Rica.
realization that it's always the little boys that don't like our podcast. Only
Yeah.
true men like our podcast.
True men.
Real men.
I was like thinking, because I was kind of offended at first. I'm like, what? So many boys have told us that they like our podcast. And I'm like, you know what? It's literally only men. Because
the real
little-
men. Real men listened and then there were 3.
and like it.
I
But
was saying to Katie earlier, we also have a fandom in Costa Rica. 15 listeners in the last 30 days in Spain and 12 in Costa Rica. Who are you?
What?
Yeah.
Is that true?
It is true.
reveal yourself.
I don't believe
It's
it.
literally like statistics. I can't make it up.
Whose phone is relocating to Costa Rica?
Someone lives in Costa Rica.
It's someone who's on vacation right now, probably.
I don't know anyone in vacation.
Well, that we
Someone-
know of.
Someone is in Costa Rica blowing our phones up.
one of my seniors moved to Costa Rica. Maybe she's listening.
Ooh. Fandom, Costa Rica, here we come. Well, speaking of foreign places, how about the vacations that we've been on and the people that we've met?
Every time we go on vacation, I feel like we pick up at least 3 new side characters in our
like
life.
a new person for sure. My personal favorite, his birthday is actually today. Kaley, do you
Yes.
care to talk about the time you fell in love with a man?
Yes. POV. It's the 3rd of July, and we are on a boat in a lake in somewhere in Texas. And we joined this party cove that had like thousands of boats. That was an exaggeration. A lot of boats.
Thousands of boats.
Thousands of boats. Probably
And
hundreds.
We parked the boat. Is that what you do? You park the boat?
You anchor it,
You anchor it,
whatever.
whatever.
We parallel parked the boat.
We parallel parked the boat, and we are having a blast, drinking, whatever. And then all of a sudden, my friend Brooke and I notice this cutie that keeps making eye contact with me.
Like 3 boats away. We're all in a
Like,
line.
yeah, we're on the
anchored up.
line, and he's a few boats away. And I'm like, what can I do to catch his attention? So initially, my first thought is I need to jump in the water off the front of the
See a
boat.
lifeguard?
off the front of the boat, which has like no way to get back up. Like it's impossible. So her and I jump in the water, and we have no
For
way to
attention.
for this boy's attention, which I don't know why I thought that this would grab it, but it actually worked out. And so all of a sudden, Brooke and I don't have the upper arm strength to get us back onto the boat. And all of a sudden, the man that keeps making eye contact with me, like, swoops in, grabs us from the water like a fairy tale.
I think we actually have a video of it happening.
Yeah, we do.
We do a
We do.
video.
And then just runs away. Like nothing ever happened. He doesn't say a word. And I'm like, okay, now I know he's interested since he just grabbed me out of the water.
The
'cause I was
bar is on
about
the
to
literal floor.
He's a mysterious hero.
And so I'm like, okay, what can I do? Because I don't want to hop boats and approach this man, because that is like very bold for not knowing anything about him. Like, what if he
Yeah.
has a girlfriend? Like, whatever. And
But he
so
just saved you from the waters.
I know.
From
And
the
so
4-foot water.
A girl from his boat was over on ours talking to Katie about her boobs. Go figure.
God
Go
damn it,
figure.
Katie's boobs.
And so I tell her, I'm like, hey, can you send a message?
She
And-
was on the same boat as him.
yeah, that's what I just said.
Okay.
And I was like, can you send a message to that cutie over there and tell him I think he's cute? And so clearly she does, because all of a sudden I am approached by him, handing me a White Claw.
Good move by
And
him.
I was like, wow, that's really bold. And I'm like, wow, why did I do this? Now I have to talk to him.
For like an hour.
And so he comes over and we get to chit-chatting. First of all, he tells me that he is 20 years old and his birthday is actually today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And then I realized he's younger than my sister, and I'm like, okay, wow, I'm really not interested. But we get to talking, and he was like, yeah, I actually don't drink. I'm sober, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, like, why? And he was like, yeah, I got in a drunk driving accident. And I'm like, oh, like, are you okay? Like, what happened? And he was like, yeah, I was the driver. And he like literally almost killed someone driving. And then he proceeded to grab my hand and make me feel the scars on his body
Oh God.
from his accident that like had him
Oh my
hospitalized for
God.
like
Just
months.
not the pickup line.
Yeah.
And I'm like, within the first 2 minutes, that's what you tell me. I'm like, ew, no. And then I'm like,
obviously I don't
and then
want to be with you.
and then I realized I wasn't interested.
Not at that point.
I did. I
No,
was
you
not.
didn't.
Okay, guys.
Kayla, you were obsessed with him.
Then why were you texting him?
Shut
You
up.
literally FaceTimed him.
Literally.
And then 1 minute later, I realized I wasn't interested in him, but I still kept talking to him.
I was bored. There's a difference. Anyways, so
Bored of what? We were on vacation.
You were literally at like the coolest lake ever on the 4th of July. And you chose to talk to Soul Surfer, man.
Yep. Yes. Anyways, so I'm like, you know what? Like, I want to go back to my friends. Like, nice to meet you. And he's like, wait. Can I get your number? So I give him my number reluctantly. No, I'm just kidding.
You're probably like, yeah.
And then he
You were
literally grabs
waiting.
my face and like kisses me and leaves.
Like on the lips.
No, it was like right next to my lips, like one
Oh.
of those like French kisses or
Whoa.
you know, like
Like greeting.
Like greeting,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
and that's what he does, and we part ways, and then he proceeds to blow up my phone. To this day, still messages me. And
Like he won't leave you alone.
no, and like anytime I post a story, like he always slides up, and I'm like, have you never had a girl be interested in you ever? Like, I'm so confused.
You're probably the prettiest girl that's ever given him attention, though.
For sure. I
And
mean,
then you were like response.
he
so
might
that-
have looked cute in
Yeah.
the moment. Like he
He
had a shirt
did,
off.
he
He,
did.
has a
He
good
had
body.
like a
From
mysterious
afar.
vibe to him. Like he just kept making eye contact
but
with
once
me.
you get closer,
Yeah.
like he has like a giant gap in his teeth.
And also, it turns out that
No
he wasn't
offense.
a part of that boat. He was the driver.
He
of
was
the
a driver,
boat.
Yeah, he
yeah,
wasn't like there with his friends. Like he
He was the driver.
driving the boat.
because he doesn't
And-
drink.
Yes, and then afterwards, he was like, blowing up Kaylee's phone. It was like, hey, I have like a 6 p.m. like boat ride. Like, do you want to come with me and like come on this
And
boat
Kaley
ride
was
with me?
honestly
She
contemplating.
was like, guys, should I? And they're like, no. And then we
No,
found him.
okay, no, the reason I would continue to text him is because I was like, if I can get a free boat ride out of this for us, like, hell yeah, I'll continue to text
well,
him.
true. Also, newsflash: Kaley got upset at all of us on the trip, and she like walked away from our group. She like
So
walked
the same day, the same night.
same day that she's talking to this soul surfer guy, surfing for sobriety man. And we're like, Kaley, honestly, why are you still giving him attention? But he's like blowing up her phone, calling
And
her,
she's like,
FaceTiming
guys,
her.
what should I say? And we're like,
Shut
we literally
up.
don't care.
We're like, he's so weird. Like, do not talk to him. Do not invite him anywhere. Like, stop. and
he
and
just
so
shows up.
we're all downtown for dinner. Something happened. Kaley got upset and
You
walked
yelled at
away.
me.
I did yell at you. I'm sorry. It was a misunderstanding. Kaley walks
In a
away.
really mean way, and that I was already kind of drunk, and I was just like,
You got sense.
yeah.
Sensitive. All right. Well, Kaley walks away. And so
Like, there's like a group of like 8 of us.
it's probably
and all 7 besides Kaley is walking across the street trying to figure out what we're
where
gonna do for
we're
dinner.
gonna eat. Kaley's walking away, and we see her on her phone, and we literally like are like, holy shit, she's calling this guy to pick her up
I
because
thought she was calling
he
Soul
kept
Surfer.
asking to pick her up and take her back to his parents' cabin or something.
His grandparents,
His
I think.
grandparents' cabin. I don't know. And so we're like, dude, Kaley's literally calling the dude right the fuck now. And all of a sudden, like, I remember like a diesel truck like drove by, and I was like, holy shit, is it him?
He's here in his red truck.
It wasn't red, of course, but yeah, he literally asked Kaley, can I pick you up in my red truck with a red heart? That's so cute.
Goals.
And he's just one of the many, many, many side characters that we have on vacation.
For sure.
Kaley, thank you so much for bringing him into our lives. I've brought various
Yeah.
characters into our lives as
We
well.
all really have.
I think I've definitely brought the most,
But Kaley
unfortunately.
definitely brought the most. Honestly, another top 3 for me of people that Kaley's brought into our lives. Probably the man that she kissed at a club in Florida.
Dude, I was just thinking about the story the other day when you brought it
he
up.
was so
This
weird.
trip brought home like 5 side characters.
For sure. We took a trip to Florida last 2021
summers ago.
summer, like July or something, to Tampa, Florida to visit our friend Lauren. And we went to one of these clubs downtown, and like they're actually pretty lit thinking back. And that was like one of the first times we ever been to a club.
It was a lot of fun, the one that I met the guy at.
The
The
estate.
estate, yes.
Okay, first of all, we started the night, and this man would not leave us the heck alone. And I keep
He
trying
was
to
a
catch
scary
myself every
man
time.
that was like following us.
Just
And
staring
so
at
I
us.
literally I do this all the time, and this is actually why I got kicked out of the bar in Nashville, which is a story for another time. But
Oh,
when
God.
when guys come too close to me, I've had way too many encounters where they just get like too close, too personal, and I'm like, literally the only way to get you away from me is to literally kick and shove you. Like I don't know
To
how
physically abuse you.
I don't know how else to give you the hint. It's so loud in here, like you're not gonna be able to hear me. Like, so I just start kicking and shoving boys if they come too close to me and are like trying to flirt and they're just clearly not cute.
You try to flirt with Kaley, she's like,
Yeah, if you
The
try
fuck
to
out
if
of my
you try
way.
to say hi to Kaley and she kicks you in the shin,
okay,
just
but
know
like,
I'm
not
not
but Kaley had
interested.
like boots on this night. Like she had like topless on.
So this man is following us from bar to bar. Like
yeah, it's like a
but, like-
Blackstone type thing. Like you bar hop
like
to a bunch of
yeah,
different places.
there's bars right next to one another, and this man keeps following us, like old as fuck, creepy, weird, ugly, and
not saying anything, just coming up and trying to dance
he's
behind
not like
us.
asking our
Yeah, he was
names.
trying to
He's not
dance
trying to buy
behind
us
us.
drinks. He's literally just staring and watching us like
a
creepy.
mute, creepy person.
Yeah, it was like so weird. So we're dancing and we're all like,
to reiterate, we were okay in this situation. Nothing bad happened.
nothing bad happened, but this dude
Nothing
was just
bad
being
happened.
weird.
Don't worry, you have me. I'll kick him away.
Kaylee literally kicked the man away,
So,
and
yeah,
he
he
finally
ca-
left.
He came to the last bar that we were at, and we literally have a video of Kaley like kicking him, and his face just looks at us like
He's
disgusted.
just staring at us, though. It was so weird. So thanks for kicking him out, literally.
Yeah, of course. Anything to keep my friends safe.
And that same
For
night,
sure.
Kaylee also met this other man that she decided to kiss at the club. He
But
a-
like in love
It-
kiss.
No, it was
He was
not.
in love.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
I
was
was gonna
in
say
love.
it was
We
not
have a-
I'm like, do you want me to pull up the receipts
No,
right
no.
now?
we have a video of him kissing Kaylee at the club, and literally
It's
Kaylee's
scary.
face looks disgusted. And he
No,
is like
she's like
eyes
she's like
closed,
frowning.
tongue out.
No, there's a video where Kaylee's frowning and like pulling away from kissing him, and he like mouth open, like
Yeah,
trying to
Mouth
kiss him, like
open,
looks
like
in-
you know those
in love.
TikToks where they're like how guys kiss, like that's what he
Yes,
looked
that
like.
was it.
Like a
That was
dead,
it.
dead look in his eyes, like
So I was approached by him and he asked if I wanted to go get a drink and a shot or something. I don't remember what it was. And then like we were just dancing together, maybe. I don't really know.
He was so weird.
And you guys were like, I could literally see you recording us.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he was like
we were
trying
recording
to,
the whole thing.
and he was trying to kiss me. And I didn't know what to do because I was pretty drunk at this
You were
time.
very drunk, yeah.
And I was like trying to pull away, but also like I didn't really know what was going on. That sounds really bad, but like I didn't reciprocate, but I also didn't
Like not.
do it. But he was like fully into it, like wanting to make out with me in the middle of this dance floor, and I
it
was not about it.
Super weird. But then we like leave the club and he still follows Kaley outside, and I start yelling at him for some reason because he like kept telling us he's like a millionaire, he owns this company, like was going on and on about these things, and like kept trying to like take Kaley home, and we're like, no, like get away from us, like she doesn't like you, she's not interested. But Kaley was like not in the right place to like say anything. She was just fucked up. So we were speaking
him.
for her.
I was literally sitting on the ground ignoring him.
Yeah, like
not
you were
saying
not
a
doing
single word to
like,
him.
literally sitting on the ground, and he came up to Kaley, kissed her on the cheek, and was like, good night, goodbye.
Yeah,
And
no,
then
I honestly think it was the
then we were
forehead.
like screaming at him. We're like, I was yelling at him that like apparently we go to Yale and we're super smart and get away from us. I don't know why I said that, but he
not,
left.
and we don't.
I think my college acceptance rate and yours is like 80%. So we
We
went
never
too far
gave him a
from Yale.
nickname.
Weirdest statement. I
Yale
don't know.
man.
Yale man.
Mr.
That
Yale.
trip also brought home Joe.
We've talked a little bit about Joe,
Yeah.
and I think he has a girlfriend now.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Aw.
King.
I think he lives in New York or something. I don't know. But he was the one that bought me fries that apparently didn't actually buy
we
me
did talk about
fries.
this.
And
Mhm.
Kaley was, again, what do you know? Kaley was upset on vacation about a fry situation.
Haley being upset.
there a
What was the other
pattern?
one?
I feel like we should just keep talking about people that Kaley has brought into
Yeah.
our lives because she's probably done the most damage.
For sure.
Thank you.
Another time at a Scottsdale club. Was it Riot House?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the very
Kaley
first
has the
time we
worst
went.
track record at Riot House. She's fallen asleep there, in the booth, on the toilet. Doesn't
On
matter.
the floor.
Girl
on the
feels
ground
right
outside.
at home at Riot House. So it's not a Riot House, it's a Riot Home. That is awesome. I'm gonna get that printed on shirts. That's hilarious. So Hot Scottsdale Club in Old Town. Kaley,
A hot Scottsdale.
Kaley's,
Hot new fun flirty Scottsdale club.
I don't know, like when Kaley's drunk, I think she thinks that she's like a 2 or a 1 perhaps. Like she thinks she's ugly and has like low standards because the guys that she kisses, she literally does charity work
Yeah.
when she's fucked up. So there's this man with like curly hair and giant gauges and glasses.
Okay, the gauges weren't that big.
He still had gauges,
If
okay?
you have-
It doesn't matter how
It's
big the gauges
2022.
are.
I don't even think gauges are a thing anymore.
Kaylee's
Close up the
his
damn holes.
Gauges weren't that bad. He had gauges. I'm sorry.
Her defense, the gauges weren't that big. All right, well maybe you didn't know how big the gauges were at the moment, but you were fucked up, and I think he like bought you a tequila shot or something.
Yeah.
And then you guys made out, and of course me and Katie were there to take videos and pictures. And I was like getting like a good ass video, and he turns around and like looks at me, and then got very upset at me and was like, put your fucking phone down, like stop fucking doing that, like don't take fucking pictures.
Did you delete it?
No, I still have. I
Oh.
think I still have the video.
Adding to the gauges, man. So we were staying with my older sister Taylor at this point, and my sister went up to Kaylee and was like, come in this Uber right now. You're not going home with this person. And so Kaylee and my sister started fighting a little bit.
Oh my god.
And
Because
then-
okay, to clarify, I was really drunk, and
if
I
you
don't-
tell Kaylee what
I
to
don't
do,
think that I took any words that Taylor said other than the tone that was said, and I was like, why are you being a bitch
Yeah.
to her? Because like no words were like registering in my brain. I was just like, why
actually, I can talk a little bit about this too. I was standing next to Taylor and Kaylee when this was happening, and Taylor was like, "You're not going home with that guy. Like, we're going home. We're getting in an Uber."
Mhm.
And me and Kaylee like walked out of the club, I think after you guys,
Mhm.
and you guys were already in the Uber, and we started walking around. I think did we get Joe's Pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Joe's Pizza, and Kaylee's like manhandling Joe's
I'm
Pizza,
literally
like
shoveling a slice
dipping-
of pizza into my mouth.
and like dipping
Alone.
ranch in, and she's like bent over on a table eating this Joe's Pizza. And so I'm getting like texts and calls from Katie, like, dude, we're in the Uber, like, let's go. And I was like, oh shit. So I grabbed Kaylee, but Kaylee doesn't know who I am.
She literally only knows who I am when she's really blacked
So
out.
Kaylee is like, who are you? and like
I didn't say that. I was like,
but
where's
basically
Katie?
she was looking at me and like and she was like acting like I was trying to kidnap her. And I was like trying to pull her down the street and I was like, dude, we gotta go in the Uber. And she goes, what? Like, as if I don't know who Katie is. She goes, is Katie Trout in this Uber?
Like,
Like, I've been friends with you
guys.
guys. I've literally known you guys since I was 5, and Kaylee was like, looked at me in the eyes and goes, I'm not getting in the Uber unless Katie Trout's in there. Like, as if I didn't know what Katie she was talking about. Bitch, we're on vacation with her. I know who we're talking about.
And then something else happened in the Uber, and then Kaylee called her mom and was like, I need you to come. Or
Kaylee tried Ubering home.
We're in
Kaylee
Arizona.
tried Ubering home from Scottsdale, Arizona to Omaha, Nebraska.
And then you're like calling your mom, and you're like, I don't remember where.
You were upset.
I was calling my mom, but I was just really drunk.
She was calling her mom to pick her up,
Yeah.
who doesn't live in Arizona.
No.
lives
And
in
then your
Omaha.
mom called me and texted me, and she's like, I'm really concerned and worried for Kaylee. I was like,
I
she's
talked to your mom
fine.
though.
Yeah, because
Shelly,
then
you're
I
welcome.
got a hold of my mom and she's like, why are you upset? And I'm like, I don't know why I'm upset. Like, I couldn't tell her. I couldn't give anyone a reason as to why I was like,
You're being
upset.
a crazy. woman.
and then I woke up on Taylor's couch in my leather pants to a long message from Katie. And
Katie was pissed.
I was mad.
and I was like, I fucked up. And so
I was upset.
That's
And Katie-
That's the worst part about waking up after you did something bad. Oh, this reminds me of another moment where I felt that. But when you wake up after being
Yeah.
super drunk and you just know you did something bad, but you don't
to,
know
like,
what it
hurt
is.
people's feelings.
yeah,
and
to like a
stuff.
long message
Oh,
message
yeah.
that Katie sent also while she was drunk.
Yeah, I've gotten one of those too.
Mhm. Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't know what to do. And Katie and Taylor would not wake up. And I'm like, oh my God, they're fucking pissed at me. And I literally looked at flights home. Like, I was going to
Oh
fly
my
home.
gosh.
I'm not
So
kidding.
dramatic.
Did I not,
You
Anna?
did, yeah. You
I
were,
was trying to go
I
home. 'cause-
literally got woken up because I was like on the other couch or like on the other side of the couch next to you. And I woke up to Kaylee like smacking my leg and was like, Anna, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
I think you said like you have a lot of apologizing to do.
I was just like, you've got a long
So-
day ahead of you, girl.
yeah, but they forgave me.
She woke
they-
me up
they
with
woke up-
liquid IV.
I did wake them up with liquid IVs and they just started laughing. And
that
I was, like,
her offering.
oh,
She was like, oh, I'm fine.
I thought they
now."
were going to be like actually pissed at me. And I was so scared.
So, more of the story, we meet lots of characters in our lives that still affect us today. Thank you so much, Kaylee, mostly for bringing these people in.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Mom, if
what
you're
would
listening.
what would we do without you?
I don't know.
Not be upset.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We love you.
Love you.
Bye.